Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into the Medium by Design. So, I am appreciative and grateful to the comments that you guys are posting. You are being so supportive and so curious, and there's just, the support has been so much of a surprise to me, and thank God, because that's what keeps me going. I'm just sitting here talking to the camera. I don't know who this is going to touch. I'm hoping it touches somebody, because I'm just here sharing my life experience. And this is it. I joke about being a secretary taking dictation, because this part of my life is just like that. I'm just hearing the message, typing it out, and I used to write by longhand, and I still have all the longhand writings of my original messages when I did it that way. But because I was getting the words so fast and I had to write so fast, I was scribbling some words, and that was really bothering me, because I don't want to miss one word that I get. I really want to write every single word exactly the way I get it, no editing. So when that started to happen a few times, I switched over to writing on the computer, because I can type much faster and it's clear. Even if I make a typo, at least I know what the word is. So that's when I'm reading these, I'm reading them from the computer. Okay. And one day I'll do a video and I'll do a writing while I'm on camera, and I'll show you how it comes to me, because there's no tricks here. It's just taking dictation. So, but this one in particular, this I have been holding out, because it's a different level, even for me, because I keep tapping into new and different levels, and I have to feel comfortable. I have to ease into it. So this happened in the spring. It just was an amazing few nights I had sitting on the patio, looking at the stars and seeing these shapes in the sky that were changing color. And if you've seen these, please start a conversation in comments and talk about what you've been seeing, because I don't talk to anybody about this stuff. I have very few friends that I share these things with, but this message came from a recommendation of a friend, because I texted her and I said, I'm seeing something over the house, and she said, write from it, see if there's anything to write. And so it turned out that it was some kind of multi-dimensional, I believe, ship that came in multicolors, and it didn't seem solid, and it wasn't super close to the Earth, so I don't have a telescope, so I really couldn't see the shape. But I then looked up in the whole sky around the area, and I think there were about 10 or 12 of these shapes in the sky. And I don't look up in the sky much. I'm not really a big ET guy. I like writing from people. And I do like writing from multidimensional beings, but I didn't know that this was going to happen. So I hope this touches you, because for me, it was just so grounded and so clear, and so it's really beautiful. Actually, they had some really good things to say. So in the beginning, I told a little bit about seeing this ship in the sky, and it was staying in the same spot. But this one night, it did seem to move closer above the house. So it kind of caught my attention. And it's not that I saw it move, I just wasn't looking, and then I looked back and it was in a different place. So, as I said, it seemed to have different shape or multicolors. And then I saw some kind of rays of lights beaming out of it a little bit. Not long beams, but just like radiating. So it was quite fascinating. It really was. So I just asked and made a comment that I'd like to connect with the energy of these beings, if there are any beings with this ship, and receive a message. I said, who are you? What are you here to do? Can you assist me or humanity in any way? When will you be known to more people? So this one, I really had a lot of questions. I wanted them to ground, who they were and what they were doing. Right? Because we see a lot of movies where the aliens come and it's this disaster and it's the end of the world. This was nothing like that. This was very loving, very supportive, as all my messages really are. That's the only kind of messages I get, you know. So here we go. This is what the ship crew, I always ask for one voice, but this, I labeled them the ship crew, okay? We are here and have been here for a few decades. We have decided to come closer as our group and a couple of others want to be seen and noticed to more people. We are part of an alliance that is here to assist the earth and her inhabitants at this time. We hope that any fears of our existence will be dispelled and that a mutual trust can be formed with those in the alliance and humans so we can assist even more. There are many things we can share and teach to the human race that will catapult you into a completely new, fun, and healthier way of life. Miracles will be commonplace, instantaneous healings will be ordinary. We know many have been, quote, in touch with you, now they're talking to me, and that you truly enjoy all you learn about the many dimensional beings. We are glad you have an interest and have the ability to receive these many messages so clearly. You can share as you wish, as this will help you connect with others that are having similar experiences. We hope that you can remain open as we will be assisting by giving you information as you are willing to receive, learn, and if you please, integrate what we share with you. And this is what happens. I get the messages and then I can receive them and agree that I like it and I resonate to it, and then it becomes part of my reality. And this is what they're offering. You have been privy to many types or levels of communication, but you will find us so clear, especially since we have come closer and allowed ourselves to be seen and heard. Now for some of the fun stuff that humanity can look forward to, and there is no need to worry about those who have been trying to harm or hold people back. This behavior has been brought to a stop. It will no longer be tolerated, as we cannot stay around indefinitely and wait for humanity to, quote, catch up with the rest of us. Trust us when we say, when the ball starts rolling, there will be nothing in the way to stop it. It is going to be a true golden age for humanity. I mean, come on. Would you like to know a little bit more about your role? Now they get really personal. They're asking me if I want to know. So of course yes, tell me. So here we go. We can share with you that these messages and the many others you will continue to receive, if you are willing, will be well received. Yes, we mean it. We know that you carry so much discouragement energy as you feel you have been on the hamster wheel with little to show for all the work and time you have put into this. We assure you that your friend, I forgot this part, that your friend Barbara Lynn is absolutely correct when she said that opportunities in your life taking off are all in the works as we speak. Yes, you will be heard. Yes, you will be listened to, and yes, you will gain some respect. And even they were laughing. Yes, we know of your Rodney Dangerfield. Oh, that's why they made the respect. That's why they made the respect reference. Actually, now he can do shows for us on any ship he wishes, and he can still make us laugh. This was so mind-blowing for me. You see, we are all connecting so easily now, crossing through dimensions. The boundary lines and separation, even of these realms, has become less and less, which allows different beings to bounce around and learn so much quicker than before. Can you grasp this? Let's take a minute here. These guys, these beings on the ship, are saying that even us who cross over can bounce into different dimensions to have a different experience. And they know Rodney Dangerfield. You see why I'm so slow to share this stuff? Because even for me, this was mind-blowing, okay? You can see that this is also true for you and many others on the earth at this time. They can connect with almost any dimension they wish and speak with an array of beings that are so ready and willing to share. You see, we are very excited with the ease we can now connect. This level of connection allows the power of inspiration to flow so much more strongly to each of you. As you get dreams and ideas, we can add information, skills, visuals, practically everything one would need to invent anything you can think of. This is what will assist to bring the technologies through quickly. That was a very important section. I think we should read that again. This is really interesting how your dreams and inspiration can be added to from other beings to help you manifest your inventions and whatever it is you want to manifest. So let's go over this again. This level of connection allows the power of inspiration to flow so much more strongly to each of you. He's talking to all of you. As you get dreams and ideas, we can add information, skills, visuals, practically everything one would need to invent anything you can think of. This is what will assist to bring the technologies through quickly. So you know we're in our next technological age, and many more technologies are going to be flooding through people and be invented and brought to manifestation. So that's another thing I just know we're in the middle of, and we're going to continue that for a long time. We know that many have shared this to many humans around the world, and it has created quite the buzz. Now it is only a matter of bringing all the parts and the people together to build the great many inventions destined to change your lives. And yes, many of you will be alive to enjoy many of them. Now, I always joke about that because I get all these, if you look through my videos, there's a lot of inspirational videos about healing and what's to come and heaven on earth and all these positive inspirational things. So when they tell me this, I'm always joking, I better live long to receive this, because I just don't want to bring these messages in and then croak, and then I don't get the benefits of what was in my own messages. So I always joke, there's always a little lightheartedness here, because I want to see this come to pass. And I'm sure anybody watching this video, I would assume you feel the same way. Look at what we're going through. You know, humanity's tired of suffering, being manipulated, being screwed, being sick. I mean, this is all old energy. All those things are old, and it's been going on for a very long time. And it's time that humanity actually breaks this cycle, breaks out of it. And they're here to help us do that. So let's continue. We know that Salvatore is probably the most fed up with waiting for the, quote, great stuff to come to pass. And we can share that there are many others receiving messages around the world that may also be having some issues with patience. Really? Do I have issues with patience? But we can tell you this. We can tell you this is a human issue as time is such a, quote, drag to live with down here. We don't have those issues in our dimension. So there's a reference to time. There is no time on the other side. There's no aging. All these things that we go through in a three-dimensional experience, they don't have. So for older souls that might be watching, this is why some of us have problems on the earth, because we come from many other dimensions where we didn't have these struggles, this density, the struggles with the body, this is a different dimension. It's a very unique dimension. And for the older souls that have played in many other places with many other beings, sometimes the earth feels very foreign. Even though we have a physical earth body, a human body, and we are physically on the earth, it doesn't always feel comfortable. Like something seems off. And I know many of you that watch my stuff, my videos and see the experience I'm having, because this is very different. This is not everybody's doing this. Sure, there are a lot of channels out there, and there are a lot of mediums, and there's a lot of spiritual people in the world, but receiving from all these different dimensions, I don't know. I don't know a lot of us that do this, So it's just very interesting that they talk about time and our impatience about seeing things manifest. We wanted to give you more positive insights and support through this year, as you will see others remain in behaviors that border on the bizarre. See, they're watching. They're watching people and the behavior on the earth. This is okay. Just step aside, watch the show, laugh a little, cry a little, and rest assured all is okay in your world. Now, I've said that in my walking videos about how people are having their own experiences, and some are in pain or conflict, and there are things going on, but then for many of the people I know, nothing's happening. There's a reason for that. And I'm not going to get into all of that in this video, but they're right. I cry, I laugh, and I just observe the behavior, and I just keep going. And I'm sure many of you are still going strong, and here we are. So here's the last blessing from them. Much love and success in all your connections and endeavors as we continue to stay close by to assist, monitor, share, and teach. Many blessings to you all. Well, I don't know what to say. This was a different level for me, but you see how grounded and personable and supportive. And they too overlap with some of the Dolores Cannon stuff and some of the other messages about where humanity is going. And usually for me, if I get confirmation on multiple messages on the same subject matter, then I know it's true. It has to be. Because why would I be writing this stuff? And why would multi-dimensional beings as well as humans that crossed over be sharing the same information? And Dolores Cannon was the best at bringing all that information together because she had so many clients to retrieve all of this information through. So I think that's why she's so popular on my channel. And there is the newer Dolores Cannon is on the channel now too, so you might enjoy watching that. So there's much more to come, and if you want to be supportive, you know what to do. You can simply like, subscribe. I've got a PayPal button. I am more than happy to receive any blessings that are out there. And I don't mention this in any of the videos. I hardly say this at all. But if you want a personal writing from any being, just request it. Get my email is below. You can email me, and you can request an astrology reading. I still do astrology readings. I still do personal writings. We can do an online, we can do a video call session. I'm still doing this work. I'm still here. So, well, I should say I'm still here when I'm doing the video, but God knows who's watching this in the future, right? Anyway, so, however you want to be supportive, and if you want to order one of these things, let me know. And in the comments, if you're having experiences, start communicating with other people on here and share what's going on. If you're seeing the ships, if you're whatever you're experiencing, because I wanted to keep this under wraps a very long time. I'll be honest with you. The only reason that I stepped into this YouTube experience is because Jesus told me to. That's it. I would have stayed under my little shell, and those who know me, the people that really know me, they know it takes a lot for me to leave the house. I just stay in my little cocoon, and I'm not a big driven person anymore. I don't have a million goals to do. There are things I'd like to experience, but I'm very detached. So the YouTube thing was the biggest thing through the COVID transition that I manifested with the support and help from the other side. So I hope you're manifesting more creativity in your life. I appreciate you watching. I love your comments. And just stay tuned because there's so much more to come on The Medium by Design.